Doesn't matter what happens. What matters is you need money. There's never been a time in my life where having loads of money was bad. Same with strength. I've never thought, damn it, I'm too strong. Wish I wasn't so strong. These are the two things that you can never get enough of, which is why they're the two things you should be focused on. It is go time. Today is go time. Right now is go time. You either go now or you lose. Now you can finally take some action and get something done. And it is your job to win as much as possible. And I'm going to make sure none of you are falling for a very obvious and simple trap. And that trap is the false idea of work and believing that anybody gives a shit about you as opposed to themselves. Life is actually very simple because it's a one-move win. You only had to do one move and you instantly and endlessly 100% of the time won. And that thing is get rich. You know, whenever I see an argument online about anything, my instant response is, thank God I'm rich. Focusing all that energy on getting as rich as possible is more likely to change your experience than rage posting. But you're trying to avoid the work. You find yourself locking in to do absolutely unproductive things because the only thing that's productive is earning money. You're at the bottom of a well, and to save your manicure, you're praying someone's gonna throw a rope down because you don't want to scale the slimy walls because of how difficult it's gonna be. And you're sitting at the bottom thinking, a ladder's coming soon, so if I just sit around and wait, you will freeze. It will begin to rain and you will drown. That is the wrong mentality. If the man with the ladder is coming, then you're good anyway. But you should begin to climb anyway. The only thing stopping you is the trap of believing you're doing something by praying for the ladder man. Get rich, ignore the noise. Buckle down, lock in, focus, ignore the noise. And make sure you're doing things that actually matter. You're not working as hard as you think you are if you're watching podcasts which are giving you hope that you've already done enough work. You're hoping someone is going to say to you that you've already done enough. You need to crawl out of that well with your fingernails. You need to get out of there like a man. Yes, you could have waited and had an easier way out. But think of how much time you saved by crawling out before the ladder man got round to you. And the great thing about this mindset is most people don't have it. Let them sit there and rage post and get mad and watch videos and do all that crap while you stack cash. That's how you're going to win. There's no such thing as easy money. I can show you where the gold mine is if I can give you a pickaxe, but you have to dig. If you're not going to dig, don't go. Believe that one day gold's going to just fall on your lap. By next year, I'll be rich. I don't have to work. It's just going to happen. Let's see, shall we? Or you can get rid of your childish, infantile dreams. Pick up an axe. Prepare to do whatever it takes. Choice is yours. Life's never easy, guys. The easy way out doesn't exist. There's only one way out. Through the thorns, through the pain. It's the only way it's ever been. It's the only way it's ever gonna be. I don't want any easy ways out. I don't want to feel motivated. I want to feel tired and stressed. I want to run on pure discipline and adrenaline. Nobody is motivated at 4 a.m. But some people are up anyway. In my experience on this earth, the universe has never, I've ever seen, ever given an easy way out to anybody. So I don't believe it's coming. And most of you seem to believe something fantastic is coming next year. And I would argue that it's not. It doesn't matter if you go up or down, you need to make money. It doesn't matter if it's hot or cold, you need to make money. It doesn't matter if you go left or right, you need to make money. It doesn't matter if you're happy or sad, you need to make money. It's the only way to leverage yourself in this economic game that none of us can possibly escape. And what are you doing? And your version of locking in is finding copium. That's what you call work. I'm not going to tell you an easy way to make money. I'm not going to tell you you can just buy money and sit there and do nothing. I'm going to tell you how to crawl out. I can only teach you how to do things the hard way. That's all I know because it's all I've ever done. I've been the guy who had to crawl out by the skin of his teeth every single time he ever escaped absolute decimation. If there's someone out there who you believe in, who's promising you an easy way out, then go believe them. I don't know any easy way out. If there was an easy path out, why are so many people still stuck? Why are so many people still trapped? I can't give you easy answers. I only have the hard answers. And the hard answer is for you to knuckle down, stop praying for a miracle via digital currency, and start working all day, every day, until you finally have enough for you to no longer have to be forced to live an experience you don't enjoy anymore. It's amazing how much you can achieve if you actually try. When we ask you at the end of 2025 what you've achieved, you should have a list and not feel a deep sense of shame. So I want you guys to knuckle down, lock in, and pay a lot of attention, because 2025 has to be a year that we all remember, filled with amazing stories.
The matrix can be cracked. You can make a bunch of money, but you need to take responsibility and do it. Nobody else is going to wake up and care more about your life than you. If you won't wake up every day and say, I need to get rich, nobody else is going to wake up and say, I need to make him rich.
Yeah.
Nobody else is going to do it for you. So if you don't think it, nobody else is going to think it, which means nobody thinks it. You're the only person on the planet who can think it. And I always knew, I never doubted for a second I would be what I am. I was just like, there's no way that guy in the Ferrari who drove past me is a better person than me. And I was not arrogant, because arrogance prevents you from working. Arrogance to the people who watch Love Island and go, I'll be rich later. Most people are very arrogant. I was never arrogant. I understood, okay, I'll just outwork him. Maybe he's smarter than me. Fine, I'll outwork him. There are people out here who are prepared to work their ass off. If you're not going to be that guy, then you're going to lose. And I've yet to experience in my 36 years a man who genuinely tries their very best and is genuinely motivated to make sure they're the best version of themselves, who doesn't get what they want.
The last thing you should lack in the world today is motivation, because truly people are running out of time. Not only when you go to college do you end up in a bunch of debt, even worse, you waste years for a dream. And the Matrix is very good at this. It dangles a carrot. Get a good degree, then you'll be rich. Pay off your mortgage, you'll be rich. Just pay off your student loan. Don't worry, just keep working. The carrot's coming. You'll get it one day. Next time you see a rich guy, go up to him and say, how'd you get rich? I've never heard anyone say university. When I was 16, I saw the guy in the Ferrari. I was like, I'm going to college and he isn't. And he ain't going to work. I knew at 16 everything they tell me was a lie. But there's still people who think they have 5 years to waste in college. Let's conservatively estimate I make $250,000 a day. 5 years ago, I was probably making 20 grand a day. That's the difference 5 years can make. And they're going to sit there and do what? Read a book? Go party? Oh, fraternity. Bro, the gap is closing. The elites hate you. They're here to decimate you and your entire bloodline. You're 22 at the height of your capabilities, the height of your energy. It is Friday. Are you making money? What are you doing? I really want to see this band. And I guess you just deserve to lose, friend. And I don't feel sorry for you. And that's how I feel. So imagine how the elites feel. We're scum to these people. And if you start to understand it all, the last thing you will lack is motivation.
People don't even think about this stuff. They don't use their brain ever. They don't ever look around and realize how they're spending their money. They don't look around and look at which businesses are successful. They know all about the football results. They know all about Rihanna. They know all about that crap, all about Love Island. So if you're going to be a lazy dummy watching Love Island and not try and think and use your brain, guess what? You're going to stay fucking broke. The average people come to me and say, what do I do? I'm just the average guy. And my only answer is stop being the average guy. Any man out here who goes, I'm just going to work hard, do my bit, and obey the laws, and I'll have a good life. No, you won't. Just doing your job is never going to make you rich, because you're just going to be taxed into infinity and you're going to stay broke. Man, it's about to be worse than ever before. As the price of assets soar, the rich are going to become richer and the poor are going to become poorer. It's been proven. IQ has nothing to do with how successful you are. Very smart people are broke. Very dumb people are rich. The reason 98% of people aren't rich is genuinely arrogant in your soul must be as an individual. And look at people who are massively successful with all the credentials and all the proof. There's Mike Tyson walking here and says you think about punch. You know all the people that's the champion. I'm listening. And it holds him back. It refuses to want to listen to him. I don't need to be one. Stop all that.
Let me do the math. If I never worked again, I could spend $422,000 a day for the rest of my life. Let me try and chill out today. And within 22 minutes, I'm back on my laptop working. I can't stop myself working as a person who doesn't need money. And then there's people with no money who don't work. Which is why the winners are winners and the losers are losers. Losers do a little bit of work and rest. Winners work as hard as possible and worry they're not working hard enough. And it's almost like you can't save these people. I don't have motivation. You're a loser. You're not going to always feel like doing it. You have to do it anyway because it's your duty to do it because you don't want to be a fucking loser.
Get serious. Life is serious. And we're dealing with some serious matters here. We're here to instruct, we're here to grow, we're here to learn, we're here to get the best we possibly can. Life is serious. The future's serious. These are the best of times and these are the worst of times. But I want you to know that while they're getting the diamonds and the millions, there are a lot of people around the world, for them, it is the worst of times. How come such a difference from those who can reach such incredible heights and those who haven't yet found the answers for their life and their health and their future? And let that give us a note of seriousness. It's serious whether you win or lose. It's serious whether you succeed or fail. Matters of income are serious. Matters of supporting your family, serious. And I want you to take on that serious tone. And I'm asking you to take it serious. Take your own future serious. What you can do for your family, take it serious.
You can only have two things in life, reasons or results. Notice, reasons don't count. Folks will always point out reasons on why they're not living their dream. But none of those things count. The only thing that counts are results. And results don't lie, ladies and gentlemen. They tell it all.